Hey, it's Andrzej on Software. This week I'm in Lviv, Ukraine. I'm playing in a chess tournament and I lost my game today. It was a game against a slightly weaker player, at least in theory, according to the rating. So it's not good. In a way, it's a fuck up. Which also reminds me that we have fuck ups in programming. And during the last weekend, we've had the Wrocław RB conference. And one of the talks was from Sebastian Sogamoso from Colombia, my friend, who talked about the overnight failure. They had a story about a payment problem they've had in their company. And the summary of the talk was that it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to have fuck-ups, as I would say, but it's good to learn from this, and it's maybe good to track those things too. Which reminded me that at Arkansas we have this tool called Fuckups originally. And in this application we can report and track fuck-ups, or in nicer words, maybe emergencies, like something went wrong basically. The application is free to use, so if you want to give it a try, it's fuckups.arkansas.com. And it's a simple CRUD application, so don't expect too much. There is a nice integration with Slack, so I can actually type in Slack a command and report that something was wrong so that I can track later. And the problem with this kind of like emergencies or fuck-ups is that it's not usually the best idea to think about what went wrong and why it went wrong immediately. But first, we want to focus on hotfix. And in order to focus on the hotfix, so how to solve the problem, we actually need to know what are the symptoms of the problem. And it can be everything, like people were charged several times money that they shouldn't be charged. So the symptom is that it's clear on their bank statements that they were charged. And then we can think about the hotfix, how to improve it, like maybe send refunds, right? Or maybe call those people, do whatever. So in the hotfix phase, in the first phase, you are not thinking about what triggered the problem, like what was the actual problem or who is the guilty person. It doesn't matter at this stage. First, like make sure you understand what is the symptom, then focus on the hotfix of the symptom. And only after you're ready with this, like you have improved the symptoms, the main problem, only then try to come up with ideas. Okay, so what is the cold fix? What do we actually need to do in order to solve the problem in our organization? So if it was a coding problem, a hotfix might be even, just some lines of code which immediately solve the problem in a way. But maybe the cold fix is changing something in your process. Maybe the cold fix is write more tests to this area. In the hotfix phase, you focus more on speed, how to make it quickly available to the people who are touched by the symptoms. In the cold fix, this is like a longer process. So this means that you can come back to this in 1 month time and see how it works. So in the way we use this application, the Fuckups application at Arkansas, is that we have this, usually we create Fuckups from Slack. And then every week when we have our weekly calls, we go through the fuck-ups and maybe discuss it. It doesn't mean that they all need to be discussed. It can be definitely async. So the form of each of this fuck-up is basically something that we can edit all the time and add comments, add ideas, add suggestions, and so on. So that's something that is long-living, and you can come back to it. So if you want to give it a try, feel free to use it, fuckups.arkansas.com, but it's just a CRUD. You can do the same in Google Docs, you can do the same in an Excel spreadsheet. The tool doesn't matter. It's nice to have this Slack integration, but it's not really that hugely important. It's just important to make it part of your process, that you submit those things and then you review or discuss it within your team. It can be async, it can be just in written form, it can be in voice form, whatever you want. But I believe that this helps us fixing this. And that's the same with the chess game. I lost the game. I felt sad for a moment. But you know what? That was the first game of the 9 games I will play, right? I have still 8 games. I can change the result. And my goal is now to make a better result, basically. So I lost the game. The symptom is that I have 0 from 1. And I want to change it. I want to make it better from in the 2 games or 3 games and so on. And only when I come back from Lviv, I will come back to home I will actually look very closely at this game and see what went wrong. Also, immediately after the game, which took about 4 hours, I think, immediately after the game, I made notes. It was just 6 lines of notes, how I felt, what I did, how I thought it would end, and everything that I can forget later. So that's something that I can put immediately here. And that's it. And thanks for listening.